Jonathan Davenport has cleared the air and explained why he missed the Dirt Track World Championship press conference that included, or was supposed to include, himself, Ricky Thornton Jr., Devin Moran, and Hudson O'Neal, as they were going into the final race of the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series season, as well as the race that would determine who would become the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series champion. Roll this up over at stockcarreport.com. You can find the link in the description below. Davenport took to social media to clear the air after he missed the Dirt Track World Championship press conference featuring the final four drivers in the Big River Steel chase for the championship. Davenport wrote this on Facebook that he did not head out to Eldora early on Friday because he chose to see his son Blaine take off on his fishing tournament Friday morning instead. Additionally, he shared that he was not made aware of the press conference until he was on the airplane and in the air headed to Ohio. He said, Lucas Oil made me aware of the top four press conference while I was in the air headed to the track. I let them know I couldn't make it at the requested time, and they decided to proceed with this press conference knowing I couldn't be present. I know there are a lot of opinions on what I should have done and why I wasn't there, but there are always two sides to the story, and I will always try to be present as much as I can for my family while also trying to be present for my fans. On top of this, Davenport shared a screenshot of a text message conversation with Ashley Schwally, the administrative manager for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. This screenshot shows Schwally informing him about being at the media center in uniform at 2 p.m. It says here, hey, Jonathan, we will need you in the media center at 2 p.m. in uniform for the scheduled press conference for the top four. Davenport responds, not going to be there. And he says he should be at the track a little after 3. Schwally says, okay, thank you. And then you can see the timestamp there at 3:14 p.m. He responds saying, do I need to come over? And she says, I believe they are finished. And he says, okay. So that is him clearing the air here. Unclear if he knew about the press conference beforehand. He's saying he didn't know about it until this text message. The text message does indicate that it sounds like it was something that was on the schedule. So maybe there was a miscommunication there to set that up. Regardless, I would think that Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series would be totally fine with Jonathan Davenport saying, hey, I'm going to miss this press conference here. I'm going to spend time with my son as I send him off to this fishing tournament. I think they would be A-okay with that, or I'd hope they would be A-okay with that. Because it is a really grueling season. They've been on the road for, I don't know, 9 months, I feel like, with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. February, we're in October now, at the end of October. So, yeah, that's what, 8 out of the 12 months of the year. They've been on the road for much of that time. And so, obviously, time with family is precious. So one would think that they would hopefully be accommodating to that. And it seems that is the case, right? It doesn't seem like there's any hard feelings being communicated here by Ashley Schwally. She's just saying, okay, thank you. Thanks for letting me know. And then when he asked to come over, she's just informing him that they are finished. Nothing looks like there's any kind of hard feelings going on here. Obviously, there may have been something going on because Davenport felt the need that he had to clear the air. Now, I don't know if that is people on social media asking where he was, or maybe if it was coming from Lucas Oil, maybe some sponsors, etc. But hopefully those sponsors would also be understanding as well. I mean, because Davenport does do a lot of this stuff, but he's also very been outspoken about spending time with his family. And a lot of the drivers do indeed have family. We see Ricky Thornton brings his kids and his family there quite often. We see that with Garrett Alberson. Obviously, Hudson O'Neal, I believe, has a girlfriend, and Devin Moran just got married as well. So they're going to probably be having families in the future for those growing families for Devin Moran and potentially Hudson O'Neal. But obviously, there's a lot of guys that already do have families and young children as well, just like Jonathan Davenport has. So I definitely feel like that would be something they would want to be accommodating to, especially when a lot of their guys do indeed have this stuff, and they want to be able to spend their time with the family. So I don't really see a real reason for this to even happen. It seems like kind of a big nothing burger to me, but obviously Davenport did feel the need to kind of clear the air and let it be known that he was spending time with his son, sending him off on that fishing tournament Friday morning before he got into the air to head to Eldora to prepare for the Dirt Track World Championship heat races on Friday night. and then obviously the race on Saturday. Unfortunately, the race on Saturday did not go the way that he wanted it to go. He ended up finishing 14th. He ran around mid-pack much of the early portion of the race, but started charging toward the front around the halfway point. Unfortunately, he got caught up in Ricky Thornton Jr.'s wreck that wounded his car. This is how he summed it up on Facebook. He says, "We were starting to make a charge in the Dirt Track World Championship today at Eldora Speedway after a mid-race pit stop, but unfortunately got caught up in an incident and received heavy right rear damage. Finished the race, but could only muster a 14th place effort. Not the way we wanted to finish Luke's Oil Late Model Dirt Series season, but it was a great year nonetheless." And it was absolutely fantastic seeing him and Ricky Thornton Jr. kind of trade the championship lead there back and forth for a number of weeks there. I mean, they were just going at it. Ricky Thornton would get the lead. The Jonathan Davenport would respond with a win. Really fun watching those guys kind of duke it out there for that championship lead heading into the Big River Steel chase for the championship. And then Devin Moran just was kind of lights out for the most part. Obviously, just performed extraordinarily well, while we saw Davenport and Ricky Thornton Jr. having issues with flat tires in a number of those races, putting them behind. And that eventually led to Davenport having a third place finish in the championship points behind winner Devin Moran and second place Ricky Thornton Jr. But this is what Jonathan Davenport had to say. Cleared the air there, saying that he was spending time with his son on the fishing trip, so he wasn't able to get to Eldora until 3 p.m. after that press conference had already concluded. But let me know what you guys make of this. Let me know in the comments below.